Hello my friends and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm of course Kevin. You may have also seen me on Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And today I got another cooking video for you. Like as promised, I will be making stuffed peppers. Alright, so it's not very hard to make. It's just a lot of preparation. It's basically, I gotta cook the rice first, which I'm not gonna show you all footage of me cooking rice. It's gonna be done off camera. And it's got to give it time to cool, because then you got to mix it with ground beef and mix the ground beef as if you were making meatballs. So you get to see a little bit of how I make meatballs. I'll tell you how I usually cook them, but I'll wait till then. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot of preparation, because then you got to take the peppers, you got to cut off the tops, so you can stuff them. It's like I said, a lot of preparation. So. But it's a lot of preparation, but it's a preparation that doesn't really take as long as it seems. So, but anyway, I think the longest part of making stuffed peppers is cooking, because, I follow my mother's recipe, got to go by mom. She's the authority on cooking. And so basically, it's going to be in my oven at 450 degrees for about an hour and a half. And I'm going to tell you something, I made it once before for me and my kids. And all I kept on hearing from my kids, especially my son, was, "Wow, Dad, this is amazing. Oh, this is so good. You got to make this more often," which, unfortunately, I don't. I really should, though. Anyway, so next stop is in the kitchen, and so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've already cooked the rice. It's actually cooling off, because when I mix it in with the ground beef, I don't want to burn my fingers, And so now I got, let me just tilt this down a bit. Got my ground beef here, and I'm going to be mixing this as if I were making meatballs. Now, why do I have this much? Because not only am I just preparing enough for me for today, but also for me and my kids for tomorrow, being that tomorrow is Father's Day. Alright, so let's just give this a little separation before we start mixing everything in. Now, got some breadcrumbs. I don't measure. I just put it in. Okay. Got some Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan cheese, and same thing. I don't measure. I just put it in as much as I see fit. Let's put that aside. And eggs. Now, because of the amount of ground beef, you got to use 2. So, get these cracked in there. Okay. Just give me a sec. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Now, I use my hands. If you have something better, by all means use it. But I use my hands to mix it together. So let's just get this mixed first, and then we'll put in the rice. Honestly, it'll give the rice some more time to cool off, because I can guarantee you it is still hot. Right. The only thing about it is that some of this will stick to your fingers. You just gotta pull it off. And yes, I did wash my hands before I did this. Okay. So yeah, what I basically did as far as the peppers go is I bought a 4-pack that I usually get from Stop and Shop. Right now I'm going to put the rice in. Boy, yeah, that went well, didn't it? Right, the rice is still pretty hot. I'm going to mix it in as best I can, so I don't, like I said, I don't burn my fingers. Trying to get all of it out of here. Alright, so that's still steaming, as you can see. And yes, I am burning my fingers a bit. But there are other ways I can do this. Let me just wash my hands. I don't know if you could see it, but there's steam coming off of that. Okay, just give me a sec. Let's use a nice wooden spoon.
It's a clean cutting board, so yes, I can throw it right back in. And I threw some on my stove. Well, if you're mixing this on your own, I wish for you to have an easier time than I am right now. See, honestly, I should have given this more time to cool off before I did this. But, you know, we all make mistakes. As you can see, though, it is pretty well mixed in there. And as far as for what I'm putting together for today, this is actually pretty good to work with. I could always mix the rest for what I need in a little bit. Now, put this off to the side and start clearing out my workspace. Okay, now, this is what I'm going to be putting it in. Nice little tin. Now, you can, as far as the peppers go, you can pick and choose. You know, I bought this from a pack, but you can go and you can pick and choose what looks like it will just, you know, stand up on its own. You know, so basically I'm going to cut the top off and then, you know, we'll line them in. Now, the pack I get pretty much is one of each color pepper. So we got red, orange, yellow, and the traditional green. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. So we're going to cut this, cut the top. Oops. Okay, I'm going to rinse this out a bit. Okay. Now, if you want to use any of this stuff for something, that's your choice. I'm going to be, you know, I really don't have anything to use it for, so I'm going to be getting rid of it once I'm done. So let's take a whole bunch of the meat with everything else mixed into it, and just stuff it on in there. If you wanted to go above the top a little bit, that is your choice. See? And then, oh, one thing I forgot. Actually, something I just called my mom about. A little bit of oil in the pan. Okay. So I'll put that in there. Voila. So let's go with the next one. Okay. Pick out anything that you don't want in there. Rinse it out. And now, just stuff it in there, hence the name stuffed peppers. Okay. And there you go. So, I'll get that off my finger. So the tins that I chose kind of prop it up a bit. So it'll stand up. Alright. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize a lot of the what I was doing was coming, you know, off camera there. Alright, so just try to stand it up as best you can in there. And go to the next, whoops. Okay. So obviously, as you can see, there's quite a bit I'm going to have to get rid of here. Alright, so now it's Okay. So, got the peppers cut, got them stuffed. And what's next? Well, first let me wash my hands, because this is something I should have had prepared already, but I did not, unfortunately. So, you can leave it if you want. You can leave it plain like this if you want, or take a little bit of tomato sauce and put it on top. Now I'm using the canned tomato sauce because I'm not using a lot of tomato sauce, and I didn't see the point of making a whole pot of tomato sauce to just use a little bit. Okay. Get out of this spoon. Alright. Just put a little bit on the top. Okay. Now. Okay, so. Sorry about that. So that's basically the bulk of the preparation for this. After this, basically, I gotta cover it. I'm gonna cover it with a piece of aluminum foil, and I'm gonna heat up the oven to 450 degrees, and it's gonna be in there for an hour and a half. Now, why an hour and a half? Well, something that my mom told me. I just called her today about it to ask her a quick question. So, an hour and a half gets the peppers nice and soft. If that's what you want, you got to put it in that long. If you don't, if that doesn't matter to you, if you want the peppers still a little bit hard, then put it in for less, like maybe like an hour or something like that. But you know, with an hour and a half, everything will be cooked thoroughly, and trust me, it comes out like the meat, everything comes out very, very tender, and it comes out very good. All right, so I'm gonna prepare everything else. I'm gonna preheat. I'm gonna get my oven heated up, get it in. So when I come back, what you're gonna see is pretty much the finished product. All right, and then of course I get to taste it. All right, so stay tuned. I will be right back. Okay, it's been an hour and a half, and let's point this down. I just took it out of the oven. It's still covered, but I'm going to take the cover off now. Oh, look at that! I mean, unfortunately, some of it stuck to the the aluminum foil, but still, look at that. Now that looks awesome to me. All right, so I'm gonna get my oven mitts back on and bring this to the table, and I'm gonna try some because I cannot wait to dig into this. I've been waiting. All right, be right back. Okay, well, here at the table, and I was gonna get my first stuffed pepper into my plate. Okay, now I use a serving spoon, but you could use tongs if you want. And of course, I always like to season a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Now, let's get it. So now I'm gonna dig in. Okay. Oh. And as promised, the pepper is nice and soft. Just like Mom used to make, which means perfection. So, so I'm not going to just have you watch me eat, of course. So anyway, thank you for watching. Here we go. Thank you again for watching. If you didn't know how to make stuffed peppers, I hope this was pretty informative. And you know, I mean, like I said, it's a lot of preparation. I mean, the longest part really is the amount of time to cook, and it all depends on how you want the pepper to be. If you want the pepper really, really soft, it's got to be in about an hour and a half. If you don't want it that soft, you can put it like, say, an hour, maybe even like 45 minutes. It depends, because the meat is thoroughly cooked. The rice is already cooked, so that's how it goes with that. And as for, my meal right now, because this is my dinner time, for me, this is like the whole deal, because it's got meat, it's got a vegetable, which is the pepper, and technically a side dish which could be counted as the rice. Now I will be having more of this tomorrow. Tomorrow is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all you dads out there that are watching. And so tomorrow, like I said, I have another. Actually, I have another 8 lined up for tomorrow, because it's going to be me and my 2 kids,
And it all depends on what they want. We might actually do a little bit extra. We might cook up some broccoli to go with it, to have an extra vegetable. And my son loves to set up as a side dish either mac and cheese or pastaroni. And my grocery shopping, I got the milk to go with it. So so anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. All you dads out there, again, happy Father's Day. And let me just say, try not to try not to just spend the whole day barbecuing unless that's what you like to do. If that's what you like to do, then do it. If you want to do other things, try to hint. It's like, yeah, I'd like to do this, And if your kids are grown, they might even just let you do it. All right. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I have to say, I checked while I was making the videos today and actually gained another subscriber. So I'm at 33. I'd still like to get to 35. So like I said, like, subscribe, and share this video as much as possible. Also go to Tabletop Drones Productions and do the same there. And all of you out there, you have a great day. If you're going to make this, enjoy. It is good, very good. And like I said, have a great day. And I will see you again. Thank you very much for watching.